Hi everyone, making this video here for the Chevy Bolt or other vehicles like the EV Mini and Nissan Leaf and whatnot. I'm gonna go ahead and tell you one of the craziest and biggest problems with these type of vehicles, and it's something that everybody faces, but nobody talks about. And let's just jump right into it, right? I've been a driver now of the Chevy Bolt for quite some time now. This is a 2022 model. The 21, 22, 23 models are all basically the same battery and all that. And one thing that's perplexing to me that not a lot of people talk about with not only this Bolt EV, but other certain EVs with low range and low charging speed, is when you've got a EV vehicle that charges maximum 50 kilowatts an hour, and by the way, that 50 kilowatts is the max peak, and it doesn't even go up to that amount. I go to 250 kilowatt hour chargers, and the max it'll get on a good day that the battery's precondition is like maybe 48, 47 or whatnot, right? But let's say that even at the max peak at 50, you're charging it for almost more than an hour, because if you get from 0 to 80%, it'll take almost basically more than an hour to charge it up, and that gives you roughly maybe about 210 miles of range. Now the EPA estimates the Bolt having about 245 miles of range on a full 100% charge. When you're driving on the highway at 70 miles per hour, which is the speed limit for majority of American highways, 70, 65, whatnot, if you drive an hour at that speed, you're basically sucking up the whole amount of energy that you charged up for 1 hour, and now you have to charge up again. And this imagine if you have lower kilowatt hour vehicles like the Mini or Nissan Leaf, right, with some of the models there that are in the maybe 150 or 175 miles per hour range. You're not even gonna get that range. You're gonna go drive for an hour, is gonna suck up all the energy, and then you have to go to a charging station and then wait there for 1 hour to charge it back up. And that's the difficulty. Now, some people are gonna say, well, I don't drive on the highway. Well, you're probably one of the very few. Majority of Americans do drive on the highway, right? I mean, but if you drive in the city, yeah, more power to you. Then the EV would definitely make sense, one of these type of EVs. But for the most part, it's not even that factor. It's perplexing, is an issue, and many people do not want to bring it up. They don't want to talk about it because they made a decision to buy a Bolt or another EUV or EV, and they rather not mess their brain up or mess themselves up by saying something that would make them not feel good. And that's unfortunate, but I'd rather be honest and transparent with what's really going on, because that's how you're going to improve and get better and do better, right? So with that said, that's my video rant here. If you do drive an EV on the highway, okay, I want to hear your thoughts. I mean, majority highway driving. I want to hear your thoughts and how it's been for you. Have you been getting the range that you've expected? Are you pretty? I'm relying slowly, not on charging at home, which is an issue, I know, but for many folks, they don't have chargers at home. Many folks rent here in America, so they don't own a house. With that said, I have to go to EV charging stations, which are only a few of them, and then you gotta, find one that's working, and then out of the 2 or 3 maximum stations, you gotta make sure you gotta find one that is you have the ability to plug in if there's not another car that's there. Anyways, long rant done. Comment down below, like, subscribe. Check you guys out later.